But I realized that in New York and in New Jersey and in Philadelphia and up north, they had a mixtape circuit. That's how the artists got broken up north. DJ Clue, DJ K Slay, DJ Envy, DJ Brucey B, Cutmaster C, Kid Capri. I mean, the list goes on and on. New York had a very, very heavy mixtape scene. And those mixtapes or mix CDs, whatever you want to call them, whatever they evolved into, that's how the new artists got broken. This is before radio, before they go start getting paid shows, all this other stuff. They used to go to the mixtape DJs. The mixtape DJs used to put out the freestyles, put out the unreleased music, put out the singles. If a record label was sitting on an artist and they didn't want to put the artist out, the artist would go to the mixtape DJs and they would generate a buzz. So I said, you know what? Maybe I need to try that down here.
Okay.
So I made the transition from, well, not even I made a transition. I took my focus off of doing the clubs, doing the parties, you know, being on the radio, and I put it on the mixtapes. And I took that same formula that the big DJs in New York had, and I applied it to my mixtapes. And man, it took off like a rocket. Took off like a motherfucking rocket. I hate to call myself an overnight success, but my CDs literally sold out overnight.
So you're an overnight success then?
I mean, yeah, if that's how you want to call it. I don't feel like I'm an overnight success, you know, but I would definitely say nothing that I have done in my life. Let me just think before I say it. Yeah, nothing that I've done in my life has worked so effortlessly than the mixtapes.
Okay.
You know, and I just feel like I fill the void. You know, anytime you listen to these big business gurus talk about how they make their money, they're like, oh, you know, if you want to start a business and make money, you have to find a problem and solve it. And that was a huge problem in the Carolinas, you know, and really in the Southeast. You know, up north, they had their mixtape DJs and their mixtape circuit established. But it's mainly in South Carolina, there was nobody doing it. So I was able to do it. The mixtapes flew off the shelf. And because Charleston, where I'm from, is a military town, and you know, the Carolinas has the highest concentration of HBCUs. And in the Carolinas, the Carolinas has the highest concentration of HBCUs.